dankie, goed, dankie. Dankie vir jou tyd. Ek is so opgewonde.
Dit is my grootste plesier. Dankie vir jou, hoor. Ek waardeer dit so opreg.
Nee, dit is vir my moerse. Ek's mal hieroor. You guys, okay, so we're going to switch over to English. Welcome to the South African channel. Christelle, you guys, if you are new to our channel, this is Christelle Stoop. She's a freaking powerhouse in the digital marketing space, and I'm so honored and just, it's such a privilege to go live with her today, all the way from New Zealand and South Africa in the house. So this is the life that you want to be in, because I'm going to deep dive with her today, because I need to know how the hell did she go from being as broke as a joke to now making millions in South Africa. So this is the life where you want to be. So stick around.
Thank you for the beautiful introduction. I really appreciate you.
All the way. I love you, babe. It's amazing. Thanks for the follow, you guys, and thank you for the love. And let's keep tapping. We need to let New Zealand know that we are in the house. So come on. So Christelle, let's dive into it. I've got so many questions for you. Like, I literally sat on this for 2 days and I was like, what questions do I ask and which ones do I just leave out? Because I've got so many things that I want to know. So if you don't mind, I'm going to be mindful of your time. I know you're busy and I really appreciate your time. So I'm going to dive in. Christelle, walk with me on this journey. Take us back. I want to know, how did this journey start for you? Like, I know, just in a brief kind of introduction, I know that you, your story is that, you know, there were months that you couldn't afford your own groceries. And that's how it's kicked off. So please take us back. I want to know.
Hi. So for you that don't know me, my name is Christelle. I've been in the digital marketing space now for just over a year. But my journey was also, it was a rough one. In the last 5 years, I had lost everything from 2 businesses due to COVID to the bank repossessing my car. Then I fell pregnant at the age of 43 with the most beautiful little girl. And all I wanted to be was a stay-at-home mommy. And I started looking for an online venture. I worked for 2 foreign companies for last year. Sorry, the year before. And unfortunately, at the end of August, I lost not one, I lost both my jobs at the end of August. So at the age of 46, there I was, a single mommy, sitting on my couch. I literally couldn't drag myself on my couch. That's how depressed I was. I lost everything. I've got quite a lot of degrees behind my name. I'm quite a smart cookie, and there I couldn't even hold down a job, and I was like, really, it broke me. I was also at that stage, I was living hand to mouth, so it wasn't like I had any savings saved up. So that was me. I was broken, so much so that for a period of 2 months, my mom had to pay my groceries for me. I couldn't even afford my own bread for my children. That's how bad it was. So what did I do? I did what everyone else does. You go online and you go and search for online opportunities where you can make an extra income. And I got involved in MLM, worked my behind off for 25% to get a little bit of nothing. Network marketing it's not the way to go. And I kept searching. I knew God had something better for me. There had to be something better. So I was praying and I'm praying, and I heard about digital marketing. Not interested. Heard about it the second time. Not interested. The third time, I'm like, maybe there is something God's trying to tell me. So I prayed about it, and he gave me 4 confirmations in a period of 24 hours that this is what is going to change my life. So I'm like, okay, I don't have the money. What do I do now? Yes, I tried to borrow money from friends. I tried to sell things out of my house. I literally tried everything. And then one evening, 10 o'clock, my mom and I was busy chatting. And she said to me, Christelle, do you really believe in this? And I said to her, Mom, with my whole heart, I know this is what's going to change my life. And she said to me, okay, fantastic. I'm going to lend you the money. Here it is. And she gave me a credit card. And back then, the highest program was a $600 program. And I could get started on the $600 program. Wasn't easy. I was a newbie. new in the space. I didn't know anything about digital marketing. I didn't know anything about TikTok. I didn't have a social media following. I started off brand new as everyone else did. Made rookie mistakes like following creators and recreating what they did. 3 weeks in, I had a meltdown. I thought TikTok hated me because they weren't pushing out my content, but the person who I was copying to a T made 18,000 or had 18,000 views. So I was broken. And then I got the most amazing advice that I had to go back and learn who my perfect customer is. When I started concentrating on me and on my business, that is where everything changed for me. And under 6 months, I made my first million as a South African. 8 months in, I made my second million, and a year in, I had made 3.5 million rand, $200,000. I mean, a year in the last 12 years, I couldn't go on holiday. I've been on holiday twice. Three years ago, the bank repossessed my car. This year, I've already bought 2 cars cash. It's like it's mind blowing what this can do for you. My head still spins. I'm still in utter awe about how utterly fantastic this opportunity is and how life-changing this is. And it, like I said, I'm a single mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've got a busy 3-year-old, and I could do it around her. I had no following. I had no experience. I had none in this. So it is completely and utterly beginner friendly. And it's for anyone that want to make a change in their life. Literally anyone. Anyone can do this.
You mentioned that in the beginning you copied somebody else. I feel like most digital marketers do that. Yes. We all do it. You all do it,
yes.
Yeah. So at what point, like you said, the minute when you focused on your business, like how did that, hey Thea, like how do you find your groove? Like, how do you find your voice among all of these digital marketers? How did you find your rhythm?
So I had to go back to my training, and I had to go and do how to find your perfect customer, because if you don't know who your customer is and who you are aiming your message to, you're going to get lost in the crowd. And that is what I found. A month in, I found who was my perfect customer. I sat with a pen and paper, and I did Michelle's training about how to find your customer. And every question that you asked, I wrote down. And then I was just all in. I had to go all in. And that's when I found my message. And that's when I found how to do this properly. But you must also understand, yes, as a newbie, you don't know what to really do and what your next steps are. And with that, I'm now busy formulating something that will assist newbies, what the steps are and how to get started and where to go and what to create. At the end of the day, TikTok loves authenticity. They love personality. Remember, TikTok is entertainment. You either go to TikTok for entertainment or for information. So what are you doing? So whenever you're creating something, just remember that, and also bring value. People buy from people. People buy from people. Stop selling, because we all do. I come from 15 years of real estate. In real estate, I sold a property. I had to learn. I had to sell me. I am what is being sold, and that's when it changed.
But like, I feel like there's a very fine line, because when you create content, and I mean, you have to talk about the product, right? So how do you where do you distinguish between adding value and selling? Like, how do you do that?
So what a lot of people do, it's about your intro. Okay, so if you want to create content correctly, what you do is you need to have a powerful hook, like literally a scroll stopping hook. Somebody needs to stop and listen. It's like, say, oh my word, I need to listen what this is about. So you need to create a scroll stopping hook, one of those that actually like I'm a word, it like actually takes your breath away. So I, for instance, did one yesterday that said, I couldn't buy a birthday cake for my little girl. Now that is something that somebody's going to like, but why? So it's all about how you structure your content. So first thing is a scroll stopping hook. Powerful. The worst side or the worst part of your story is in your hook. Then for 30 seconds, you elaborate on whatever you were talking about. And then you give the solution. You don't sell. You give the solution to whatever the problem is that you just discussed. So you talk about the solution being 2-hour workday, or an automated system, or 100% profit. If your video was about network marketing, or work from home. So that is what you do. So there you're not selling. You're giving a solution. That's the difference. And also remember, we are in attraction marketing, and attraction marketing is building relationships. How do you build a relationship? By spending time with someone. So, it's like with any relationship, the moment you spend around about 7 hours with a person, that is where you get to know them. So that is why lives are so powerful. That is why giving content, giving information about you is powerful. People buy people.
Yeah. And this is the burning question and I think this is the one question that every digital marketer out there will ask is, how long did it take you to see success?
So I made my first sale 10 days in, but I don't count it. Why? Because it was to a friend. So we've been in various organizations together, and whatever she did, I would do, and vice versa. So I don't count that. It was not based on the knowledge that I learned. At the end of my 4 weeks, so I struggled. I struggled with my message. I struggled with what to do, and I couldn't find my groove. Then I went back to the drawing board. That was the Thursday of my 4th week. At the end of the 4th week, I joined on a Thursday, and 4 weeks later on a Thursday, I was doing how to find your perfect customer with a pen and paper, sitting writing it out. That Friday, I made my first sale.
No way.
The moment I applied what was taught to me correctly, I made my first sale.
And that was purely because you had a connection, because you knew who you were talking to and your story, basically. Hey, yes. Thank you.
Oh, cool. My friend, if you had to, you could be the best marketer under the sun, but you can't sell a tutu to a biker.
Yeah.
So Yes, so you need to get your message correct. The moment your message is right. Thank you so much. The moment your message is right, then you are going to attract your right customer.
Because I feel like that is a huge obstacle for a lot of people, is finding their message. Like, and I know for myself as well, when I started this, I was like, what is my message? I've lived so many years. All I am is a working mom. I'm just used to the corporate grind. I'm used to not seeing my children. But how do you, that's every second person's issue, right? So yes. How do you find a unique message to talk and connect to that specific person? So I feel like that's a huge thing, though.
What works for me, and I'm not saying this is going to work for everyone, but what has worked for me is finding the worst thing that's ever happened to me. At the age of 46, being jobless, the humiliation of asking my mom to help me financially. And I lived in that. I experienced that, and that is what I create of. The other thing that's utterly important, and I think that is also where a lot of my success comes from, is mindset. I knew God said, yes, Crystal, this is for you. And it doesn't matter what noise was out there. I was laser focused. I didn't allow anything to get me off track whatsoever. So that is the energy that I created content in, because unfortunately, I hear this a lot. A lot of people contact me for advice, and they would say, Crystal, but yes, I've been in this for how long, and I'm negative, and I don't know if this is for me, or I'm struggling. that is the energy that you are creating content in. And in the energy that you are creating, if you are creating in lack, you are going to get more of lack. You need to trust and believe and feel and know that it is going to happen, because that is the beauty of this. Is, do you realize that we all have a blank slate? We all have a blank slate. The way your day is today, you determine it. The way your future is, you determine it. If you don't like where you are, change your mindset and believe it. And then the other thing that I did is I plug into training. I spent literally the whole day yesterday just training. Because I want to be the best version of me, for me, but also for my customer, that I can guide them with anything that they possibly could be.
Yeah. So, with that being said, when you create your content, do you pre-plan your content, or how do you walk me through your content creation process?
So it all depends on where I am and what is happening in my life. So what I have found is a way of working in advance. Okay, so if I know I'm going to go on holiday, or if there's a special event, or I am not going to be on my phone, and I'm not going to be available because, like I said, I was on Mozambique, in Mozambique for holiday, and then I was in Cape Town for holiday. I then pre-planned my content. I would create 3 pieces of content, change my third shirt, 3 pieces of content. Now, a lot of my ideas, I watch a lot of Michelle's training, and then I make notes. I've got a little notebook, and I would go back and I would go and look at my notes, and I would create content out of that. I would take specific words that Michelle said, and that would just spark an idea. And that's how I create content in advance. What's then really nice is pre-scheduling content, which really works well, but you can only do that through your laptop. And then that means my content still goes out excuse me, while I've got other things going on, and that's nice. What I also do is I do training. I do the 90-day sprint. Whatever the 90-day sprint is, I watch that, and 99% of the times I create my content based on whatever the 90-day sprint was. Like, for instance, I haven't done my content for today yet. Following the call, I will. And I create my 3 pieces of content for the day in advance. Why? Because we don't know what the day is like. I've got, like I said, I've got a busy 3-year-old, and I don't know what this afternoon is going to be like. And there's a couple of things that's really important. It is how you create content. Are you creating content mindfully, that when you create it, it's like, how am I going to impact someone's life with this? What message is this? What solution is this going to give? Who am I going to connect to? And how powerful it is. And that's how I create content.
Yeah. That's interesting, and I love that. I love that. I had a question the other day from somebody that purchased from me, and she said, where do you get your ideas? And I'm like, well, I just talk about the shit that happens in my life.
Yes.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, because it's like Tuesday, my little girl had gymnastics, so I was talking about gymnastics. There is an echo sweetheart for some bizarre reason.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. So what I do is I create content based on what my day is like and what is happening today. Yes.
Yeah. Sounds like someone's in the background, isn't it? It's weird. Right. So I've got an interesting question, and I want to get your thoughts on this. So what would your message be to someone that's been in this business for a few months and seen success, and then all of a sudden there's a dry spell? Have you ever experienced anything like that? And how do you navigate through that? What would your advice be to someone like that?
Okay. What I can suggest is put yourself on mute. I think that is where the complication is, that it's...
How do I mute it? How do I do that? Oh, mute microphone.
Okay. Okay, there's the echo gone. Okay, fantastic. So your question is, what would I suggest, or have I ever experienced dry spells? And then also, what would be my advice? Okay, so at the end of the day, money is energy. The moment you are not attracting what you want, then there's something wrong with the energy. So go back and fix the energy. Remember, at the end of the day, we get paid what we are worth. If you doubt your worth, you're not going to get paid. If you think I'm only worth $100 sale, you're only going to get $100 sale. That's the scary thing about it. So you need to go and discover your worth. And that's something that I've been working on quite a lot. I want to teach that and guide that and teach people how to realize what their worth is, because the universe is only going to give you how, in the measure that your jug is, or that your vessel is. So what is your vessel size? So that was quite important for me, is to go back and realize my worth, realize how valuable I am, realize how much worth and how much value I can add to people's lives. But yes, I've had dry spells now, quite recently. Why? Because I lost my big TikTok account. So it forced me to go back to the drawing board, which is also good, because I believe now I'm going to be of more value to people, and also God is pushing me in a different direction. There's a couple of exciting things coming, which I'll be sharing in the near future. But God is pushing me in a different direction. But why did this happen? Don't know. What do? I go back to the drawing board. I go back to my teachings. Everything is in our teachings. I am going back to how to improve my lives. I'm going to go and do that training. It's like when we were at school, okay? You did biology, you did the amoeba, probably did 3 weeks of training. Of the teacher basically taught you for 3 weeks on the amoeba, and then over and above that, you had to go and write a class test, and then you write an exam about it. So you repeated that quite a lot of times, and that is what we need to do with what we are doing. Do you think it's enough to go through your training once? No, it's not. There's a lot of the trainings that I repeat, the ones that I feel that's really valuable, I repeat that. So it's going back to the drawing board and also realizing this is your business for life. For life. You do not have to know everything about everything. I've been doing this for a year. In a year, I know TikTok. That's it. I've made all my money on TikTok. I repurpose my content for TikTok, for Instagram, and for YouTube, and for Facebook, and on my WhatsApp status. But it doesn't mean I know the other platforms or I create correctly for them. I only know TikTok. So that is also what a lot of the newbies do, is they decide that they need to know everything, and they become so overwhelmed. They don't know if they're coming or going, and they feel like a deer in headlights, and that is where it becomes scary. So you realize that you not concentrate on one thing and one thing only, and become a master of that. And only once you're a master of that, then you start expanding. That's where I'm now. I'm going to start expanding and guiding on where I'm expanding to. Yes.
Well, that's amazing. I like that. And to me, before I started this whole journey, I felt like this energy and talk of all of this crap, it's not for me. And the minute when I started to actually implement it, I saw a shift. And, just aligning yourself with a better version of you, the person you want to be, just becoming that person. That was kind of interesting to me. Hello, Rian. Hey, guys. Welcome. Thanks for the roses. Thank you, guys. So that's interesting. I love that. I've got so many freaking questions. But anyway, the main thing that I want to know. So I had this kind of... how can I say, like a hurdle that I went through with some of my customers that purchased from me, and they didn't see success. So that kind of made me feel like, is this really working? But this is way back. But I mean, it really kind of put me off track, and I was out of the game for like a month, where I really struggled with my mindset, and I had to get back to everything, and I had to realize that it's not up to me. Everybody runs their own business, but I still had some kind of I felt guilty, because I wanted them to succeed. It's working for me. It's got to work for you, So but you've got so many clients. So I'm sure you've had that before.
Yes, absolutely. So I actually had a conversation with somebody the other day about exactly this point. So when you were in high school, your mom paid the school for your matric, but you had to go to class. You were the one that got the books. You were the one that was that was listening to the teacher or the teacher in the front of the class. You were the one that had to take the notes and do the homework and do the exams. It was up to you to pass it, not your mom. And that is what we need to understand is at the end of the day, we are all students. Your success is determined by you. At the end of the day, my precious friend, Michelle, you and Velma and Olmar and me, we all get exactly the same training. There is no special training that I've had to date that you didn't have. At the end of the day, what you put into yourself is what's going to determine your success. It's here. It's here. No one can take that away from you. So Michelle also says quite often is go if somebody had to contact her and say to Donna they're not having success in their business, she can go back to the program and see that they haven't done their training. But also people don't listen. We are used to being in a situation where we work for a boss and the boss tells you to do what. Here, you need to put on your big old panties and realize you are your own boss and your success is determined by you and only you, only you. So you need to listen, take whatever you've learned and put it aside. One of the biggest things is people don't grasp the message that you are the product. People buy you. We are also used to selling something, a physical thing. And that is how people create their content. But if you listen to what Michelle says, tell your story, not what would $900 do a day for you. The sad thing is TikTok doesn't even push that content out because it's a rehearsal that everyone else is saying. What are you saying that makes you unique? You. TikTok loves originality. It loves personality. It loves energy. And it loves authenticity. Not the same message over and over. And if you're going to be there, hello, I am gone. So there are certain ways of getting around that, and that is what I would love to share with people as well, especially like newbies. Whenever you want to create content, my little advice to you is go and draft whatever you want to say. I've got a script that I can share if anyone is interested. And what you do is you have your setup and like to the right of me is my computer. You go and you read whatever is on your computer, but just the first sentence. And you rehearse that sentence over and over while you're recording, over and over again till it becomes natural and normal. And because the moment the camera goes on, a lot of people lose their personality and they lose their tonality. The moment, and the tonality is what the important thing is. It's the happy. So when you need to like think about what your next sentence is, that is where you lose it. So only memorize the first sentence and record that, even if you have to record that 10 times over. And that is how you record your whole script. And at the end, you can have recorded for half an hour and you go and cut everything out. And that is where you get your content. So create content that is originally you. That's quite important. But like I said, at the end of the day, your success is determined by you and only you.
Oh, I absolutely agree. And I feel like, it's just finding your voice. I think that's the main thing for most digital marketers is that they feel like, first of all, I think a lot of them, see you guys make this heaps of money and they're like, oh, we're all going to do it and it's so easy. But what they don't know is you guys literally went through a whole process. I mean, what was your biggest obstacle and struggles, right in the beginning? Like share with us that. Like people don't see that. People only see the Christelle that's made 3 million rand and its life's beautiful. I mean, there must have been potholes somewhere.
Of course. So my precious friend, you must remember, The first time you ride a bike, it's difficult. The first time I'm busy with an exercise routine and I want to go jogging in the afternoons, it's hard to go and run for 5 kilometers. You don't do that the first day and just and just succeed. You don't. You do it little bits by little bits. And if you do it long enough, then it becomes easy. So yes, what I say to most of my customers that purchase from me is give yourself a month time. Give yourself a month time to first of all discover what social media platform is going to be your choice. Remember TikTok. I lost my big TikTok account, okay? And I had to realize I am not a TikTok marketer. I'm a digital marketer. I'm not a TikTok marketer. TikTok is not my only income. So remember, you don't have just one platform. You can choose what works for you. And whatever you choose today doesn't be the be and end all. It can be forever, okay? So that's the first thing. So give yourself a month to realize what social media platform you choose. Remember, every social media platform is like a different personality, as different as you and I am, Michelle. That is how the social media platforms are. So you need to know a social media platform in order to know how to effectively utilize it and know what the rules are and how to be compliant with it. So then you create content according to that. So go and discover your social media platform. Go and discover you. Go and do the training and don't focus on the money. Once you understand your voice, once you understand your message, and you create content, that is where the magic starts happen, and that's where it becomes easy, and that's where it becomes fun. Yes, the first bit is hard. The first month, most people, that's a lot of people's mindset actually throws them off track. It's like people want to think it's hard. It's not that hard, but it's consistency. If you're not going to do this consistently, if you're not going to show up every day for your business, if you're not going to create your content, and if you're not going to connect to your customer, you're not going to have that success. But you've got to, you need to give yourself the grace to realize that this is something new that you haven't done before. I mean, how many of you have walked into a job the first day and knew exactly what it is that's required from you and did it perfectly? You don't. I learned for 15 years how to become a real estate agent, and I still learned every day. With this, I learn every single day. And that's the one thing, be coachable. It doesn't matter whether you're in this for a month or whether you're in this for a year. I can still learn from you, Michelle. I can still learn from digital business. I can learn from anyone because everyone has different talents and specialities. Stay coachable and learn as much as you can because it's your knowledge. No one can take this away from you. That is what I really, really love about it. But the struggles that I had, yes, I did. I did what every newbie did. I copied I copied content creators in this space. Whatever they created, I literally copied word for word. I would memorize their content. I would memorize it, have the same hashtag, same description, same everything on it, and they would get 18,000 views and I would get 100. And I'm like, what the hell did I do wrong? Then I thought, now you must understand, I thought I was a smart cookie. How can I not understand this? Then I reset my whole algorithm because I went to fiddle with buttons. And I thought TikTok hated me. I was broken. But the problem is, I didn't have a choice. I had to make this work. I had to make this work. Otherwise, I would have ended up on the street with my children. And I literally just buttoned down and I plugged into every training that I can. As much, I was literally hanging on Michelle's lips. Oh, that's the other thing. The other advice that I want to give someone is, don't live hop and don't mentor hop. Not so much mentor hop, but don't live hop. Don't go to this live and this live and this live and then go to this creator and go and watch them. You're going to imprint their personality on you, and you lose you. You need to learn you authentically. You need to learn your message. And that's what the moment I started focusing on other people, I lost me and my sales dropped. The moment I only focused on me and Michelle's teachings, it changed. Because every creator has a different opinion about something. And you need to, and if you're going to listen to 10 people, you're not going to know what to do. And don't compare yourself. Do not compare yourself. I mean, don't compare yourself with me being a year in and having the confidence to talk the way that I do. Unfortunately, like I said, my big TikTok account is down. But if you had to see me a year ago, I wasn't this. A year ago, I was this scared person with zero confidence because I had zero confidence. But the moment you plug in, the moment you start believing in yourself, the moment you equip yourself with information, that is where you start talking with confidence about whatever you're doing. So I hope that has in a long way answered your question.
Absolutely. No, it did. It really did. Rian, yes, never stop learning. Learn one thing every day as a minimum. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. That's 100%. I feel like, a misperception that a lot of digital marketers have is that they have to be perfect. They have to make sales to get sales or talk about sales. And I find this a lot with my customers is that they come to me and they're like, Michelle, I feel like I've got imposter syndrome. And I totally get it. I mean, if you go back on my content, I used to have this huge filter on my face because I felt like I have to be perfect, camera ready all the time. And I almost gave up on this because I felt like nothing's happening. And the minute, and this is just what you said, the minute when you can make peace with who you are and how you are, things will shift. And I love that you can just be you. But this leads me to my next question, because your achievements have been amazing, right? I mean, it's something to feel really proud of. And being South African, a South African loves status, isn't it? Yes or yes, right? Who agrees with me? Put it, Rian, come on, mate, come on. So it's just astonishing to me how grounded and humble you still are. Seeing the success that you have, a lot of people would have blew up and whatever. How do you stay so connected to who you are, authentically just being you? How do you do that?
Michelle, I am grateful for where I am. Like I said, I prayed about this and God has blessed me absolutely supernaturally. And I had realized that I had to stay humble. God didn't bless me with this knowledge and with this opportunity and with this experience if I don't stay humble, I believe God will take this away from me. I'm here to be of service. This is why He has put me in this position, and that is why we are here, to be of service. To be, I feel I want to just be a light beacon for people to realize that, there's someone that can help me. I can reach out and help people. And I think that is why I've stayed the way that I am. I also do believe money magnifies what's already there. So stay humble, stay of service. I don't want to let money get to my head, because money doesn't define you. Money makes your life easy. Money gives you choices, and it gives you financial security. But money doesn't define you. And I am no better or no different than you or Retief or Livonia. I am just me. I'm just me. There's nothing that sets us apart. And the moment you realize that at the end of the day, you are in service, that is where things change. Because I'm here to serve, I'm here to guide, I'm here to support, I'm here to help. And the moment that energy changes and it becomes money focused, I believe I'm going to lose it. So I don't ever want to get to that degree.
I think that's amazing. That's something that's really inspiring. So that's amazing. And I love that about you, is the fact that you're so approachable and you're humble, and it's just who you are. And I love that. So never lose that. That's who you are. That's what sets you apart, by the way. Another thing, Christelle, if you could go back to the younger version of you, the beginner of when you started your business, what would you say to her?
That you can do anything you believe in. That you can do anything you believe in. Yes. Because we doubt. We are doubters as people, and unfortunately, we love our comfort zones. We love where we are at. Get out of your comfort zone and try something else. I mean, what are you going to do? Stay stuck in where you are? Try something new. Try something different. I am so grateful every single day that God said yes to me for this. I cannot thank him enough for this opportunity, because it is so beautiful what this is doing. And I love the energy and the way that we are doing things, where it is all about giving. The more you give, the more you receive. And I love the way things are structured. That's what I love about what we do. And that's what also sets us apart from everything else out there. I mean, I've been in business. I've owned 3 of my own businesses, one of them being a real estate agency where I was part of a franchise. And never in my life have I ever had the amount of support, training, guidance that I have here. And I'm like still in awe that there is something so fantastic out there. And that's what I appreciate about this.
For somebody that's sitting outside of this live, or will see this on replay, or whatever the case is, what would your message be to that person sitting on the fence, wanting to start something, feeling kind of scared and self-doubt, and doesn't know if this will pan out, or how will I manage the balance between being a mom and having my own business? I mean, this is all of your challenges. So what will your thoughts be on that? What will you say to that person?
I'm a single mom. My son is 20, my little girl is 3. My son is currently overseas, so it's only my little girl and I. If I can do this as a single mom, anyone can do this. My little girl's in school, so I do most of my work and my training during the morning so that I can be mommy in the afternoon. But at the end of the day, it's about your why. My children are my why. I want to give my children everything that they can, that I can, and give them the best life possible. And that is why I am doing this, because I can be an involved mommy. I can be a stay-at-home mommy. I can give my little girl what she wants. I just paid for my son to go overseas for 6 months to go and have a holiday and decide what he wants to do with his life. So for the first time, I can be the mom that I want to be. So decide what your vision is. Decide what your goal is. Then I've owned 3 businesses in my life, okay? I have, my first one I purchased for about 50,000 Rand, and the second one for 150,000, and the third one for 350,000 Rand. Never in my life have I ever owned a business as affordable as this one, where the business model is absolutely fantastic, where I paid my $900. As a South African, that was all cost included, 18,000 Rand. That's it. It was once off. I paid my business. My domain is the only thing that is renewable yearly. That is a 700 Rand amount, which is roughly probably about, what is it, $40. That's my yearly fee. Never in my life have I ever had a business that I could be in profit so quickly that I can make as much of an income as I do, and that I can actually change so many people's lives. What I love about this, it's totally global. It's totally global. I can market this to anyone in the whole world, and that is what I appreciate. So what my advice to someone is, what I generally tell people is, go and pray about this. If something is meant for you, God will open the doors for you, because everyone is different. everyone is different. Digital marketing is not for everyone. Not everyone has the CEO mentality. Not everyone can work on their own. Or the days, I mean, there is days. I do get days where I don't want to go live, or I don't want to create content. I just want to stay in bed, or whatever the case might be. You do get those days. But realizing that if I don't show up for my business, I don't show up for my customer. So it's having that mentality. And like I said, it's not for everyone. So my suggestion to anyone wanting to do this is go and pray about this. God will give you the confirmation and the means to start this. And when you do, you focus on Him and you focus on your business. Realize also that what's beautiful about this is it's yours. It's your skills. No one can take this away from you. I lost both jobs. I lost 2 jobs. No one can take my job away ever from me ever again. No one will ever take my financial security away from me. So that is things that ticked my boxes. It was the 100% profit. It was the fact that I could work around my little goal, that I could work from home, that I don't have to drive somewhere or only earn peanuts in the little town that I am. So for anyone starting this or wanting to start this, it's not a lot of money. It's a full-on business, and it's really not a lot of money. And what you can do with this, never in your life ever will you find another business that's going to give you the returns that this is. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, I don't know what the percentage is that my business has grown, but I have paid $900 for my business. I've made $200,000 in a year. It's insane.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy. Why is this happening? Try again. There we go. Better? Well, Christelle, that's freaking amazing. Like, it is just, it's so well done. And I feel like the fact that you were single. Hold. Let's try again. I don't know what. Anyway, so I think it's amazing, by the way. Can you is it echoing?
It does echo.
I don't know why. It's terrible. Let's try now. Anyway, Christelle, I want to be mindful of your time, but just a final question. What is next for you? What is on the horizon for the amazing Christelle Stewart? You have to share.
So I will be a digital marketer for life. This is my business. This is my life. My dream is to travel with my little 3-year-old. There you go. Thank you. So my dream is to travel with my little 3-year-old and also to retire my mom and also put my dad in a home. So this is my life. I believe this was created for me. I mean, it ticks all my boxes. It's my happy. Never in my life have I ever been this happy. It feels like at the age of 46, my business has started. So what is next for me? I am expanding to other social media platforms that I will be conquering and also make a huge success there and also just change people's lives there. So that is the next step for me. As of Monday, I will also start doing my own mentoring. So that I'll be starting to do, which I'm really excited about. And I am in 2025, I'm taking people to the next level. There is some big things that's coming. Like I said, I am doing a lot of training to be the best version of me, but also to add so much value to other people and guide them and give them a step-by-step guidance as to where to do this, how to go there. I've got a fantastic team behind me. I, for instance, have my own tech support team as well that assists my customers when they are onboarding, so that it also makes their lives as easy as possible. But yes, next step is just being a better version of me, and being there for my customers, and also assisting my customers, just being of service. The only thing is, I just want to be of service to people and teach them whatever I have applied in my business to make me a success, because that's what we do. You share. The more you share, the more it comes back to you. Yes.
I think for me, that really kind of the thing that I couldn't understand is that we can actually, how can I say it? I don't know, but coming from South Africa, I kind of feel like people don't see the sunshine over anybody else. And this business, for the first time, I feel like people actually care, and they want to see you succeed, and they want to help you. So this is just an amazing thing to be part of. And you are a really great example of that. I mean, I can see it in you. You just, your energy is amazing. And I just love spending this time with you. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
It's only my biggest pleasure. It's only my biggest pleasure. I just want to help. I really just want to share. And I mean, because at the end of the day, it's like eating at the most fantastic restaurants, having the most fantastic meal, and keeping it to yourself. I mean, the moment you experience something that's really amazing, you want to share that. So share it with your heart, share it with openness. Why keep your little light only to yourself? Ignite someone else's light as well. Give somebody else also excitement or hope, or an opportunity to have a better Christmas or a better New Year. We all deserve an opportunity for a better future. We all do.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, we do this for our children and their children. This is why we do this. I mean, here we are. You had businesses, I had businesses, and yet here we are doing digital marketing. That is saying something.
I do believe God. I do believe God takes us on a mission where He needs us and where He can use us the most. And that is never in my life. I mean, I have done over 750 sales, over 750 people's lives I could impact, and that is what I appreciate with this, and that is what I love about this. It is changing one person's life one yes at a time, and that's the fantastic thing, and it's global. I've met the most amazing people through this opportunity, but I've also had the opportunity of changing so many people's lives internationally, and that's what I appreciate.
That's amazing. I love that. I absolutely love that. And just becoming part of somebody else's journey, I mean, that is worth so much more than $900. Just being, you will always be the person who presented this to them, and they got to rewrite their story. So that's to me, that's worth so much more. So that's amazing. I'm so proud of what we do.
So digital marketing is literally the gift that keeps on giving. It keeps on giving forever and ever and ever. I mean, you invest in it once. It's like purchasing your biology book once, and you get to resell it over and over and a million times over and make money out of it over and over. But it's also, like you said, it's impacting people's lives. It's changing people's lives. I mean, we are 16 South African millionaires to date. 16. That is how fantastic it is. And it's male and it's female, and it doesn't matter the culture or the background. Anyone can do this, and that's what I love about this. But it is showing up for your business. It is pressing that play button. It is attending the live trainings, putting up your hand and asking a question and knowing. And if you struggle, find a way, find an answer. There is 46, I think we're 46,000 already, 46,000 people in our community that's willing to help. Ask a question. But don't just sit there and wallow in your situation. Change it. If you don't like where you are, you're not a tree, you're not planted there. Change it. Do something about it. And a lot of people, unfortunately, is so stuck in in where they're at, that they don't see the solutions. And that is what I want to be. I want to be a solution-driven person. Tell me what the situation is. How do we fix it? How do I help you? What do I change? Let me be there for you.
That's amazing. I love that. Absolutely love that. And yeah, your name is written in the stars, my friend. You are gonna freaking be groundbreaking. You are already a powerhouse and so inspirational. And I'm just utterly blessed having you in my life now. You literally just made a new friend, by the way. So I'm so excited. And yeah, I want to be mindful of your time, Christelle. I would freaking hold you on this live for 2 hours if I can. But I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up for me and, you know, for everybody else who listened today. And I'm going to replay this over and over and over again. So thank you so much. And just, yeah, to God the glory, my friend. To God the glory. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sweetheart, at the end of the day, do you know what? We are nothing is a coincidence. God placed us here for a reason. He placed you where you're at so that you can impact people's lives and change people's lives. This is all for his glory, and he will allow things in your life to get you to where he wants you to be. And I believe, like I said, I believe this is going to change people's lives one yes at a time. This is going to take South Africa out of poverty, and it's going to give that mommy hope and that daddy hope. And give people their time back, because that's the one thing we can never ever get back is our time. The moment I miss out on today with my little girl, I don't have that tomorrow with her. Today is gone. And just realizing that. But yes, I am so grateful that I had this opportunity with you. Thank you for seeing the value in me, and thank you for allowing me to impact your life and also impact everyone else that is listening to this, to impact their lives as well and give them a solution. If you're uncertain about it, reach out. Michelle is fantastic. Ask questions, put up your hand, get to know what this is about. Go and pray about this. And it will work. It will work. It's what you believe in is what's going to happen.
I believe that. And I have to say, it's so interesting because I always say on my lives as well, like, we had to immigrate because my husband couldn't find work for 4 years in South Africa. I lost all three of my companies due to COVID and bad business partners, but it is what it is, right? So we ended up packing our lives up in 8 bags, starting with nothing. And only arriving in New Zealand, I actually saw this opportunity and I purchased it from a South African. And I'm like, what gives, right? What gives? So it's just, to me, it was kind of like, we all have this idea of online businesses is only for people that's abroad, overseas, fancy people, an exclusive club of people. Now, I'm in New Zealand now. I used to be in South Africa. So we are confirming and we've determined it's for everybody. Everybody can do this.
What I like about this is you don't need any experience. None. You do not even have to have matric to do this. And that is, I mean, the solution this is to so many people is absolutely groundbreaking. One of the most amazing friends that I've made through this has just resigned her job. She's worked for the same company after 17 years. She's just resigned her job. She's going to go full-time into digital marketing. This is for students that after school do not know where they're going to study or why they're going or how they're going to study. This is how you're going to do this. This is how you're going to learn, how you're going to earn while you learn, how you're going to start a new business or how you're going to start earning and create a future for yourself. If I can tell you the amount of high school students that I have that's purchased from me, because this is what their future is going to be. They've taken their lives in their hands and they're going to change their lives with this. Mommies, stay-at-home mommies, this is literally what this can do for so many people is absolutely insane. And I'm so grateful that we are in this age where it's for anyone. It's for anyone that want to say yes and say, yes, I am ready to change my life. I'm so, I love this. I love being in this space.
That's amazing because I have a lot of young people reaching out to me too. And I'm like, no, you need to be 18. Go to school. go to school, go learn. But I think it's amazing. Like, even, you know, with my kids, if my son come up to me and say, because he's 7 and he wants to be a YouTuber, and I'm like, go for it. Go for it. That's where the money's at. So do it. Like, here I am sitting with my law degree that I don't use. So, I mean, go where the money is, do what you have to do. And I love this because the whole world's going digital. It is what it is, right? I mean, what was that? I had one more. Oh, I had another question for you before okay, yeah. So for the mom that's sitting out there feeling like she wants to do this, but at what point did you reach a certain goal where you knew this is going to be long term? Did you make a specific amount of money before you just said, okay, I'm not going back to the 9-to-5 grind. I'm not even applying for another job. So what happened with that process?
Unfortunately, I didn't have the luxury of that process. I had lost both my jobs. I was unemployed. I had to make this work. I had a choice. I could either go to the little town that I'm in and go and work at a business, which I didn't want to do, for peanuts and miss out on my little goal, or I didn't have the funds to start up a new business. I didn't have the time to start up a new business, because having your own business, I mean, it takes you 3 years to break even. I didn't have the time to do this. This was my only option. I didn't have a plan B. I had to make this work. There was no other option for me. I had to make it work. There was literally, otherwise I would have ended up on the street. But I also believe that God has a bigger plan for me. And that's why he has blessed me in this way, and that I just had to, I had to go all in. I had to go all in. And like I said, there's a lot of noise out there. Don't listen to that noise. Don't open that noise. Don't allow that in your space, because what you allow is what's going to affect you. But like I said, literally anyone can do this. Anything that you're going to start is difficult. Okay. If I had to go and work at a 9-to-5 tomorrow, it's going to be difficult. But after a month, I will be in the groove. But then I'm only still working a 9-to-5. Then I'm only still getting one salary a month. Then I'm only still missing out on my little goal. And I can't take time off, and I can't be at her gymnastics, and I can't be, like, end of the year now, I can't be at her school concert. That was things that was really important to me. You are going to have to learn something new at some point in your life. Why not start working on something for you? Why not take your finances in your own hand? Why not invest in you, in your life, in your skills, in your children's future? Why invest in a boss's life? Because it's you are one of two things. You are either investing in your own life or in somebody else's life. Choose who you want to invest in. And I chose me. And that is important. You need to go where you need to choose correctly. You need to choose correctly.
I do feel, and I do agree with you 100%, but I do feel like, you know, there's a lot of people out there thinking they need the stability. They need to know that they're going to earn an X amount of money every month, every week, before they can actually, you know, take the leap or do whatever. It's just, they feel like there's not enough stability in doing digital marketing, because you don't know how much will come in and what not. So what would you say to that?
So, can you hear me? Okay, so it is. A lot of people find this daunting. So I'm not saying to you, go and leave your 9-to-5. I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you to do that is, it's difficult earning a single income. It's difficult earning only one income. Like I had two incomes, but I was the only income earner in our house. It's difficult having only that and only being capped, because you start living within your means. So I'm not telling you to go and resign your job and start scratch, but it's like that friend that I was just telling you. She's been doing digital marketing for a year now, and she's now resigned her jobs because she's now out earned her income through digital marketing, and now she can resign. So don't cut off your head. Don't do that. But think of earning for yourself, for your future, for make it have an additional income stream, and that is what this is. And I mean, you decide where you're at. I didn't have a choice because I didn't have another job. But for the people that do have a job, do this on the sideline. You can integrate this. You can do this on the side. You can do this in the nooks and the crannies of your day. Don't take away what you currently have. And like Retief says, this program is flexible. You work around what you've got. And then when the time is ready, you can let go of the things that's not serving you anymore. So yes, please don't go and resign your 9 to 5. Please.
That's an interesting thing, because I had a conversation with somebody last week, and she's like, if I can just quit my job, then I can put more time into this. It's kind of like, I don't have time for this business, but and I'm like, stop fixing things. You don't have to fix it. Find balance, and when you can find that, everything will fall into place.
It comes back to content creation. If you create your content correctly, for those that's inside our community, we had an amazing training last week from a Canadian lady. If you haven't watched that, you have to go and watch that. A Canadian lady that has never gone live, okay? But she's earned in 6 months 460,000 Canadian dollars without going live. But go look at her content. If you create mindfully, if you create correctly, if you create in such a way that you connect with your customer, then you don't have to go live. So you can do this as a working mommy and create this correctly. So on a Saturday morning or on a Sunday or in the evening when your children is sleeping, I wake up 2 hours before my little girl so that I can work while she's asleep. Then you go and create your content then. So you work around what works for you. At the end of the day, people will also do what is important to them. If they want to make this work, they'll make this work. It's like with anything in life. If you want to make it work, you'll make it work. If you want to start this and you don't have the money available immediately, you will find ways of paying for something that you really want. So apply that correctly. Create content that converts. Create it with passion and mindful and solution and the correct way. Also, what I really love about this is the fact that whatever I create today, in a year's time, it's still going to be there. In a year's time, it's still going to bring me an income. So create it correctly, and you do not have to do your lives, because a lot of people find their lives being like really overwhelming and scary. You don't have to go live, but if you create things correctly, it will still work for you.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And I think it's the main thing is the content. If you can understand and find your groove with creating content, everything will just be simplified, I feel. And I loved what you said today. It's just, be you. Just be you, don't copy anybody else, because you're enough. You are enough.
Michelle, and it's all about excuses. People want to find an excuse. If you are going to find an excuse, you won't do it. You won't do it. And you want to procrastinate, you're going to find an excuse. So it's all about your mindset. It comes back to mindset. If you believe you can, you can. And if you believe you can't, you can't. It's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same energy. You just need to decide what you want to do. So if you are going to find excuses to do something, you're going to find excuses. But if you want to make something work, you will find a way of making it work. Giving up is not an option. It is not. For me, it wasn't. So decide what you want to do and do it.
100%. No, I'm with you on that. 100%. But Christelle, I've got you for 11 minutes over your time. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you again. It's been amazing having you over. Well, it literally feels like you've been in my house tonight. So I love that. So thank you so much. And I hope just blessings to you and your business and your children and everything and your new ventures. I'm so stoked. I want to see what you come up with, and I'll be first in line to check it out. So you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate that. And Christelle, I hope you have a blessed day, and thank you again. I really appreciate you.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the time that I had to talk to everyone that was listening. Thank you for hosting this. I just want to say to anyone wanting to do this, do it. Just do it. It's not that difficult. It's learning a new skill. And within a month, you are going to have something that is going to utterly change your life. That's utterly going to change your life. Michelle is fantastic. Reach out to her, ask her, let her help you, let her guide, allow her to guide you. She's got so much knowledge that she would instill in you and also help you make a difference. And that's what we need to do, is we need to realize that if you had to look back in 5 years, or someone had to look back in 5 years and say, Michelle, thank you because you showed up, you changed my life. Remember this, we are life changers. We are giving people hope of a better future. Say yes, my friend, and change your life. Why not?
That's it. Your future is literally 1 second away, 1 click away. So absolutely love that. So you guys, if you want to check this out, the link is in my bio. The link is inside of Christelle's bio. Check it out. Come and join us. We want to see you succeed. This is why we do what we do. We go live for you, not for us. We do it for you. So thank you so much, Christelle. Have an amazing day. And please catch up with me. Don't disappear. I'll check you.
Lots of love. Thank you.